Hello everybody, welcome back to Enter the Gungeon with me, Flick. I apologise for sounding a little bit sniffly. I just had a sneezing fit before I started recording. Went and blowed my nose. Blew my nose? Blew my nose. Not blowed. Not five. So I might sound a little bit congested. I don't know if it's allergies or a cold or whatever, but either way. I cleared out the nostrils before starting recording, so it'll work itself out. It usually does. Welcome back, and this is going to be another Inside Baseball episode, the 5th, I think? Yeah, the 5th sounds right. Based on a couple of questions I got about what I could discuss via Twitter. I don't remember the names of who asked it. It has actually been a little bit since I saw them, so I don't remember offhand who you were, but know that I read them, and we are going to discuss it. I'm kind of mixing them together because they both kind of branch at a certain point. One was wanting to know about the general schedule of a full-time YouTuber slash Twitch streamer, and the other was in regards to how you handle comments, specifically bad comments on videos. Well, handling comments in why am I using a gun that doesn't find secret rooms. Part of my day involves comments, so I'll mix that in when I get to that point. A long time ago, I think it might even be before I started using a webcam for vlogs, I actually did do one where I talked about my general day, although now that I've started taking up my evenings like 6 out of 7 days a week with doing a 4-hour stream, my schedule has changed. So even though I have kind of covered this subject before a long time ago, it's different enough now that I think it warrants talking about. Back in the day, generally, I used my evenings for going through emails and answering comments. I still do that to a certain extent now, but again, because of the streaming, I can't invest as much time in the evenings for that. It kind of balances out though, because I have this content. That was possibly the worst dodge I've ever made ever. I just wasn't paying attention. Well, there's a half a heart back the way anyway, so it's fine. The upside of having my evenings involved with Twitch is that obviously via Twitch I am still creating content, which I can then use to pad out YouTube. I am wary of the balance between what I record in my own time and what I record on Twitch. I just feel like certain games are better recorded live. I like the audience interaction. It gives me more to talk about. That said, sometimes I get it wrong. Like, I feel like my Pokemon Sun playthrough would have been better had I not recorded that live. Final Fantasy 15, I'm not sure. I think I enjoyed that more as a result of having a live audience. It's just, you know, it's hard to tell what works and what doesn't. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you won't. Simple as that. I will buy Shotgun Cola if we can afford it by the end of the floor. We might as well go open this now as well while I'm yammering away. So as a result of having series that I record on Twitch in my evenings, it frees up a bit more of my day. I don't necessarily need to make sure I record X number of videos a day. And that's nice. Don't know what this is. Oh, hey, okay. Ring of Fire Resistance. I don't actually think I've ever seen this. There's plenty of items that make you immune to fire, but that's another one. Okay. That's fine. Does also mean our other chest is a gun. Yeah, so now that I'm streaming more often than I'm not in a given week, and via that I'm getting quite a few hours worth of content I can then also use on YouTube, I can free up some of my day. I've started going more walks with the dog as a result, which I like. But in general, the workday starts, I get up, I check my phone, and I check to make sure I have no emails that I should worry about, like, you know, copyright claims or garbage like that. I got a content ID match just the other day there, actually. 2 of them, in fact. 2 people thinking they own the same music that I guess a indie game I covered for my Let's Look At series called Brigader, I think it was. It's a 2D mech one. It's like, oh, okay, someone's claiming the music that they used for that game. I couldn't be bothered fighting it. Usually I will fight Content ID because most of the time in fact, almost every time I've won. But, you know, it was an obscure indie game. I was doing the indie devs a favour. They didn't license their music permanently and didn't warn me when I covered it, so I thought, screw it, I'll just delete it. So I did. But that's the first thing I do. Usually while I was still in bed, I'll just quickly check my phone to get my email to make sure there's absolutely nothing that desperately requires my attention immediately. If you get a Content ID claim, if you get a copyright match, that generally is something I'd probably want to worry about. That kind of thing. Also, if anyone ever has any issues with, like, Patreon stuff, you know, I'll deal with that ASAP. So that's why I check email first thing in the morning. emails from indie devs and whatnot, if I see those sitting, I'll generally wait on them for a little bit until I'm ready to go through them, because I like to try and commit time. It's not just a case of answering the email either, because usually when someone contacts you about a game that they want you to cover, they'll give you a trailer, they'll give you the Steam store page, they'll give you a press kit to look at, and I feel like I have to give them a fair shot by reading all that stuff. Sometimes I'll get turned off immediately, like if it's just text and it's a sob story instead of a fact sheet about what your game is, I usually just roll my eyes and don't bother. Really wish I hadn't bothered spending money on that key now, because we could maybe have afforded the cola. Still might. Oh, hegemony, that's fine. For a first floor boss, that's fine. Only fine, though. So once I do that, as far as my work day goes, when I get back in from walking the dog, I usually start recording, and as you'll know, if you watch all the episodes of the Gungeon series, the first thing I record in a given day is usually a run or two of Gungeon, taking maybe a 5-minute break in between the two. It depends how into it I am, or how much of a backlog I have / need. I don't know why I like recording it. It's something about roguelikes. I like recording them in the morning. I was the same with Rebirth. I remember trying to do a few episodes where I recorded super late at night, which isn't practical anymore because I stream, but there was a couple of Isaac episodes where I recorded at like 11 or midnight. I just wanted to see what my commentary was like if I was tired, as opposed to barely awake. It was pretty much the same, to be honest. So I will do that, and then it depends. It depends a lot on which step in the process I'm up to. If I've been trying... Ooh, not point blank. If I've been trying an indie game previously and I'm ready to do a first impressions video on it, that'll go on the list, and I'll do a few let's look at recordings. If I am not ready at that point, and I have some emails... I don't know why I threw the Molotov at the end there. I was actually trying to blank just in case. I will usually line up some indie games for me to try through the day. Just to research them, first of all, see if I like them. If I like them, it goes back on the list again to play again next time I'm doing that, to put more time into them to get to the point where I'm comfortable doing a first impressions video. Depending on the game, that varies. If it's a little silly free Picross game, I'm not going to invest a super amount of time in it. Well, in my leisure time maybe, but I don't need to invest too much time into it before I'm ready to do a video on it. Fair enough, we cannot afford this. We don't really want the armor, we'll just go. So the biggest part of my day, after kind of like the basics, recording Gungeon, recording any Let's Look Ats, or most of the time what it is playing many indie games that I'm approached with and seeing if I want to do any coverage of them. There's also kind of like off-camera stuff I have to do now and then, like after every Saturday with Monster Hunter Stories, usually I have to go grind a little bit to level up. I do the same with Pokemon a little bit, not leveling up, but I'm playing Moon at the same time to collect stuff. I don't ever go further than I am in Sun though. That's still blind. Or right now, a lot of my time is doing side quests in Final Fantasy 15 because I'm considering whether or not I can be arsed doing the big optional boss that takes like 2 hours to kill. And to have any chance of that, I'm going to have to get stronger. That's not necessarily required, it's just something I want to do. I'll also generally, there's no set time for this, it's just something I do now and then. I'll go looking for what's coming out. I don't get press releases for everything. Oh, there's 2 of them, son of a bitch. So I'll go check out the Steam new releases, see if there's anything I'm interested in. It's very rare that I will ever spot something that way and say, oh hey, I better go contact the devs. Usually I'll just hear via PR companies or whatever about games I'm interested in. Which again is why when I was talking about that person who's going around impersonating me, who still is by the way, I'm still getting about 2 or 3 emails a week from indie devs saying, hey, we got this press request from someone who looks like you but the email address didn't match. Is this you? And I have to keep on saying to them, no, sorry, they wasted your time, it's a fake account. So that's also eating into my day now. Although I still just kind of filter that into the times where I answer email. Used to answer most of my emails at night. Now that I stream, I don't do that as much. I try and spread it out through the day when I want a break. Like if I'm eating lunch, I'll put a video on YouTube or Twitch stream, and I'll sit in Nom and answer emails. Or read emails if it's just about indie games. If I'm making it sound boring, that might be true. If I'm making it sound hard, then that definitely is not what I'm trying to do here, because it's not difficult. It can be tedious. Like, I find thumbnail creation tedious, so I always put off doing that. If you're not willing to do clickbait, spoiler-filled thumbnails, it's hard to think of something that's actually appealing. And I don't think I'm very good at thumbnails. But I would rather not be good at them than resort to what most people do, which is just take a screenshot from the video, usually a spoiler to get your attention or something dramatic. Definitely put the dramatic thing in the title as well. Oh, for a green chest, that was a terrible result. Yep. So yeah, thumbnail creation is also part of the day. Occasionally answering comments. I usually set aside a specific period. Since again, thumbnail creation, comment answering, that's a good thing to do while you've got background noise on, which is why YouTube and Twitch are my primary sources of entertainment as opposed to TV, which I haven't watched in years. Nearly. Actually, if we're so far away, we should probably use this. So we're not quite ready to go into the second subject, but obviously it's during the times where I'm looking through my comments on YouTube that I would then also potentially have to deal with bad comments, bad in a few different possible ways. But let me just make sure I think I've covered almost everything that I do in my general day. As I say, it's a lot easier now. There's a lot less, I was going to say desperation, but that's not the word. Desire to record 10 videos in one day, because I have the Twitch side to fall back on. And to a certain extent, I think certain games work better on the Twitch side. There is a negative to that though, that you're mostly putting across VOD, so if people do watch your Twitch, they're not really that interested in seeing stuff ported over as a VOD, in general. Not always, anyway. Maybe they miss the start, that kind of thing. One of my New Year's resolutions is to ideally do a little bit less porting over from Twitch. A little bit less. I want to go back to still streaming as much as I do, but relying on it less for the YouTube side. I want to find something like Gungeon that will help me last. By the time you see this, actually... Oh, hello, Link. Excellent. By the time you see this, I'll have made my mind up regarding the Binding of Isaac Anti-Birth, a fan-made massive expansion for Rebirth, which ignores all the garbage they put out in Afterbirth, and will probably actually be pretty good. So I'm very interested in that. That would mean I'd have two roguelikes running on the channel at the same time, and I'm not sure how that'll go. Gungeon seems popular, and I think a large part of why it's popular is because it's such a good roguelike, so, you know, who knows. But we're not here to talk about my future plans. I kind of got sidetracked, but that will be how my schedule changes in the new year if, again, I start filtering in much more games that I can just record during the day. But I do like that I have more free time now during the day than I did prior to not being able to stream. I have only been streaming for, well, since, when was it? Was it March 1st, I think? I finally got my internet upgraded so I could actually stream. And I got partnership on July 29th. Twitch side has been a rollercoaster, but you didn't ask about that. It was specifically about the YouTube side. I mentioned the Twitch stuff because it influences the YouTube side of my schedule. Now keep in mind, if you're doing YouTube as a hobby, you invest as much or as little time in it as you want. It's your hobby. You do what you can handle. I would say don't let it consume... Oh, if I remember rightly, that's garbage, so we'll ignore that. Don't let it consume you. We should still be able to afford the heavy magnum or whatever it's called. Ah. Potion of gun friendship is good. The membrane is okay. We're immune to fire, so ideally we want fire weapons. Oh yeah, so although I'm telling you how I would spend my day, keep in mind you don't necessarily need to copy me whether or not you're doing it full time. It's down to you to decide how you spend your time, especially if you're self-employed. Like a self-employed person could choose to take 5 days off a week if they want, but then they might have to cram those last 2 days. So you do what works for you. But yeah, if you are just doing it as a hobby, don't try and give it a full-time schedule. Because then you might end up not liking it as much. But to go back to comments, yes. So, a couple of times a day, I'll check comments. Usually I actually, as soon as the video goes live, I'll check the first few comments. And I'll... Ooh, hello. And I'll pick whichever random comment I decide to answer, because as you may be aware, there's a meme on my channel where if you say hello, I might say hello back. Although, oh, it's a microtransaction gun. Pay to win. If that means it fires my money, I can't use it. Everyone involved in the production of this gun thought it was a bad idea, but the higher-ups made them build it anyway. Later, management shut down that gun factory for making a gun no one liked. I get that joke. It looks to me... Hang on, fire once. It does fire. Also, it fired like a gnome. What the hell was that? It does fire your currency, so I assume if you have no currency, it's garbage, and I want to spend my money on goods and services, so that's no good to me then. Bugger. Although we are going to get a free item from Link now, so let's go see what that is. Yeah, I'll get onto the topic of the comments, specifically after we kill the boss of this floor, so I don't get sidetracked and forget what I was talking about. What do we get first? We get the Get Forked. Not great. Not great, not great, not great. What do we want to do in the shop? Buy the... Oh, we can't afford big iron. Oh, well, we'll have to fight the boss first then and decide after that. And depending on the boss, we'll probably just use the pitchfork and then get rid of it in a gun launcher when we can. Oh, so the Molotov is useless here. Because it just falls in the water. Why couldn't there be a fire version of you? So I could be immune to everything you do. I guess I just want to set her on fire and then shoot. I guess. Double up the damage a little bit. Damn near walked into that. Going underwater, she loses her fire though. Not a good place to be, and she's about to do her annoying attack. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cancel it. We got stuck in the corner. Nearly. She's doing it again. The only annoying thing about this attack is the bullets that grow from the bullets. Other than that, it's fairly manageable. Don't worry, I will stay on topic once this boss is dead. It's involving a lot of my thinking to dodge annoyingly. Ah! For example, I messed up. And the boss fight is taking forever because we have no boss weapon. I had to get a weapon selection there just how I dodged that last bullet. This is a very bad position I'm in currently. Luckily she's dead. We got a okay gun, I guess, and we got armor, that's fine too. Didn't get enough money to buy the shot magnum, whatever the hell it's called. So, someone specifically wanted to know how to handle bad comments, but I guess I'll cover the general topic of 5, 6, 7. It's I'm just short. Shit. Potion of gun friendship is better than Molotov. Yeah, we can't take anything else. If only there was someone to sell to. So regardless of the size of your channel, this goes for YouTube or Twitch. In fact, it might even be truer of smaller channels. If you do get comments, there might be bad ones. Bad ones for a lot of different reasons. The person just sees it. Oh, nice guess. Unfortunately, I don't have a key. Well, bugger. So yeah, if you're just starting out, you might not get very many comments, so the bad ones will stick out to you because there's also... Ooh, okay, I forgot we had a ring that influenced that. That's a very good get. You might notice the bad comments more, you might only get bad comments because the only people watching your video are people who are kind of trolling for low view videos just to make fun of the person who uploaded it. YouTube's comment section in general is okay as long as you police it a little bit. Now, I'm against censorship, but if you're creating content that you want to generally be acceptable to a certain age range, you want to make sure that you don't let racist or homophobic stuff get in your comment section. I don't think that's too authoritarian to want to do. So the first thing you should definitely do, if indeed you're dealing with your own comment section, is go to your community filter, and you know, it's not going to be fun to do, but put in every racial slur you can think of, so that then anyone who uses those terrible things, their comment will never be viewed. It will just be automatically removed. And that means you don't need to deal with it or read that kind of thing either. So I would say definitely handle that first. But in general, you're still going to get bad comments because that's the nature of it. Part of the reason people comment on YouTube videos is usually to point out something you did wrong or to offer unsolicited advice. That's just the way it is. It's something you have to put up with. Well, you don't have to put up with it. You can disable comments on all your videos if you want. I wouldn't recommend that. But it is an option if you actually just cannot be bothered with the comment section. For whatever reason. It's usually easy to spot a troll comment, and my advice then would be shadow ban them. Shadow banning is interesting on YouTube because you can't actually ban someone in the conventional sense. They can't know that they're banned unless they go looking for their own comments on the video, which I guess they might want to do if they are indeed a troll. But if you ban someone from being able to comment on your videos, they aren't told. So they could potentially keep on posting on your videos thinking that people are getting to see their incredibly hilarious trolls, and no one sees them. So in a way, I guess you're trolling them and doing it better because you're doing it within the system. So that's something to consider. If you've got a persistent troll, just shadow ban them. They won't know they've been shadow banned. They'll think that they're still being seen, and they're not, and they're literally wasting your time, their time rather, and you're not using up any of your time anymore. So I would recommend that. Yeah, the maximum capacity for this is how much money I have. I bet it does a lot of damage, but I need the money for goods and services. Also, we should probably use a t-shirt cannon because it's not as good. I don't like this. There we go. So yeah, it's easy to spot a troll comment, and how you deal with them is up to you. I'm not telling you how to do it. My recommendation is shadow banning them, because then they think that... Why are we getting so many chests? Then they think they're still affecting you, but they're not. Cog of Battle is a fantastic kit. For free, no less. So yeah, ban them. Shadow ban them. I would say definitely do not engage with them. We'll make use of that at the end of the floor if we still have blanks. The problem with comments of a slightly negative nature are when they are actually offering you advice, but they're doing it in a shitty way. Like, for example, let's say you get a comment saying, "Hey retard, why did you do this when you should be doing this? You'll get 20% more XP or something." Like, they've given you a bit of advice that's helpful, but they've worded it in a shitty way because they're an arsehole. Those comments are the worst to deal with because the advice is good, but their attitude isn't. My own personal response to that is usually just to ignore them. Maybe take the advice, but not acknowledge taking the advice, because if they're saying it in an arseholeless way, they're just wanting to come across as holier than thou. Sort of. They want to... There's a trope, again, I've mentioned this before in these videos, a trope that a YouTube comment will always start with the word "actually", because people just love to try and point out anytime you say something slightly incorrect, or you've done something slightly wrong, they will leap on that. And then there's also people who manipulate that fact to get more interactions on their videos. Actually, there's never been proof that someone has done that deliberately to make people comment on their video, and you can't prove it, actually. You know, that kind of thing. Those are the tough ones to deal with. The arseholes who are being helpful. I personally would value a nicer comment section over letting arses comment. That's me. You're free to think differently on that. And indeed, if you take the approach that any interaction is good interaction, regardless of whether or not it's someone having an argument or whatever, then you can just ignore it if you want to. That's why most big YouTubers don't interact with their comment section. Well, one, there's too many comments, and two, it's too hard to filter through the shit, unfortunately. I'm still at a size where I can find it relatively manageable. The problem arises when, say, an argument breaks out in the comments that never involves you. The video uploader is not informed of that. So sometimes I do have to kind of go back and check videos to make sure there's no people having like horrible racial fights in my comments. So that's another reason to use the community filter to make sure that doesn't happen. Some videos, they just got too big that it's impractical for me to do that. Like, say, a couple of the Overwatch videos are over 1 million views now. I've got a couple of videos that are already like that from years and years ago. those comment sections ran away from me for the most part because there was just too many people. I couldn't keep up, and too many people having conversations with each other. And inevitably, because it's a YouTube comment section, fighting breaks out. So you can't be there all the time, but you know, if you at least try, it feels like to a certain extent, to me anyway, you get the comments, not necessarily that you deserve, but that the culture you create around your channel warrants. That was interesting. So my comment section for the most part is good, and I think that's because I don't have an audience that's on the young side, and I mean no offence if you are on the young side, but by and large children are stupid, loud and really bad at lying. Again, I mean no offence, but that is my impression of children. So if you have them in your audience, you have to deal with those aspects of their personality. By and large, like 78% of my audience or something like that is in the 18 to 34 range. So my content is kind of aimed at that age range, so the comment section is okay. Don't get me wrong, there's still adults who are assholes. There's plenty of adults that are asses. And would love a good argument just for the sake of it because they want the attention. But they're easier to spot. Well, actually no, I think children are easier to spot because they'll lie through their teeth and think that they're getting away with it. Because they think they're so good at lying when they're not. Perfect example, actually. Oh no, I just did actually. I'm a YouTube comment. Shit. For example, these certain Overwatch videos that I post where it isn't necessarily about a kill-death ratio. It's about, hey, I was playing as so-and-so character, and I did like 18,000 damage. Those videos always get comments from children who are like, wow, you think this is good? My career average is 25,000. Anyone who plays the game knows that that's bullshit. They know that it's bullshit as well, but they're a child, so they think they can lie effectively. I just I laugh at those comments. I usually just let them sit because I kind of like that they're just making themselves look so stupid. Occasionally I'll get rid of them to spare them the humiliation, but yeah. It's like, come on, if you're going to lie, do it better than that. I also don't know if I've ever had this gun outside of the gun game episode, because this is the one that shoots fish, right? You can tell by the ammo. I don't know if this is effective or not. I got rid of the microtransaction gun without talking about it, because I'm not holding on to money. Blue Guan stone, that's the blank one, right? Is it? No, that's the clear one. Oh hey, we're immune to poison and fire. That's pretty good. We'll do our boss, then we'll shoot the other chest unless we get a key. Is the fish gun a boss killer? I don't know. I guess it's time to find out. It's Cannon Balrog. I also should probably be using Cog of Battle. Not in this situation though, because it's hard to aim and dodge and reload. There. Seems to be doing okay, not amazing. I would say it's probably not a boss weapon, but I don't have a boss weapon, so it doesn't really matter. I really don't like that I had to use that blank there, but I did a bad dodge. Another thing, actually, I was talking to Pepper once because she was in our Discord, and she'd been streaming, and she mentioned, oh, the only person who came to watch my stream was someone who insulted me. Bugger. Well, there's no point using the other blank now. And I know those feels. Every time I post a vlog, it's littered with comments making fun of my appearance. Because, well, this is how I described it to Pepper. If a child wants to insult you, they'll reach for low-hanging fruit because that's all they can reach. So if they look at someone and think, oh hey, that person's overweight, I'll make fun of their weight. Or if they want to get a rise out of someone and they lack the vocabulary to do it with wit, they'll say something about cancer. Like, I hope you get cancer. That's an easy way to spot a childish insult. Because, hey, they know cancer is this bad thing, so what they're going to do is, they're going to say it for shock value. That's like, say, like, in the 90s it was the word Mongol in the UK. That was what you called someone if you just wanted to insult them and you were a child. And that could potentially be good. So they lack the brevity to do anything better than that. And you've just gotta... Well, no, actually, no, you've not got to put up with it. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. You don't have to put up with a child insulting you. But you've got to understand that it is just a child. So they'll make fun of your appearance. They'll make fun of whatever they can latch onto because they know nothing else. And you will have to put up with that. If you put yourself in the public eye in any form... Shit, it's locked. Well, it's getting shot then. I also found the secret room by accident. Maybe it'll have a key in it, actually. Great. Great start there. I don't think it can drop a key now that it's a mimic. What was I saying? Ah, I dropped the Phoenix. That would have been destroyable. Phoenix. Hot trash. What was I saying? Yeah, if you put yourself in the public eye at all, you're going to deal with trolls. It's just an unfortunate side effect, or side thing, if you're doing something public. You don't necessarily have to put up with it. As I said, you can turn off all your comments if you wanted to. It's something you've got to get used to, though. You've got to understand that these are lonely, sad people who know nothing better to do. And trolling for kids is funny. So that's why they'll do it. And you can't probably say that you've never done it. Like when I was a kid, I'm sure I was an arsehole at some point or another. I remember my friends and I going into chat rooms and pretending to be like a hot girl just to trick people. You know, everyone's an arsehole when they're a kid because they're dumb. So you've got to try and remember that you were once as stupid as the person who's insulting you. And you grew out of it, and hopefully they will too. Now, obviously, if they were saying truly, truly horrendous things that break the terms and conditions of the site, then you're well within your rights to report them, and they'll be punished within the system. You can do that too. They probably won't learn, they'll probably use a throwaway account anyway, but you might as well. Although I would say don't let it eat up too much of your time. Yeah, negative comments are a tricky thing. The worst ones, as I've been saying, are the ones where it's something helpful said in a bad way. I wouldn't say I always deal with those. Yeah, I thought the fire would still hurt them. The best possible way I could. But you've also got to remember that YouTube comments, Twitch comments, whatever, they're not all bad. Chances are the bad encounters will stick in your mind more. Although eventually after a certain point you won't care. Just think about who's saying it, and you'll forget it. Like, making fun of my appearance has no effect on me. I've spent my life looking like the way I do. So a child pointing out how I look makes no difference to me at all. I find it adorable, if anything. It's like, oh, is this your first time insulting someone? That's adorable. But, every so often... Not a mimic. No. Was that worth it for the Helix? I don't know. Every so often you'll get nice comments. Oh, you get neutral comments. Neutral comments exist. It'll just be, hey, I watched this video. Or, you did pretty well. You know, those kind of generally sort of good, but also kind of neutral. But every so often you'll get a really, really nice comment. And those are the ones that stick out. Eventually you will get those kind of comments where someone says they were going through a tough time, and even just as a distraction, your video helped them. And that's the ones you should focus on. That's the ones you should remember. Not the kids with nothing better to do, with the adults whose lives you helped make better. That's how you really deal with bad comments. You deal with the bad comments, I should have probably remembered I had that sooner, by focusing on the good ones. That's the easiest. I should have started with that. That makes it sound so goddamn simple. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Ooh, that was close. Why have I not used the Moonraker yet? I should have used that a long time ago. I would also say if you if you are in the mood to respond to a negative comment, rethink it at the last second, because if it is a troll, chances are they're just looking for something to do and they want to have a tedious argument. Like, I remember once I got a comment that said something, it was on a vlog, obviously. That's generally the only videos where I get super negative comments. It was a comment like, oh, your parents must be very proud of you. I assume because, you know, I look the way I do. I play games for a living. And I have a lot of anime and collectibles behind me. And I almost replied to them. I almost did, saying, hey, I'm earning a living doing what I love, so damn right they're proud of me. But I didn't, because I don't need to justify what I do to some random twat. That was the last thing I thought about. I don't care if you have no respect for what I do. I earn a living doing it, enjoy it, and have helped people in doing it as well. So why on earth would I care what one random pleb thinks? But by all means, have no respect for what I do if you like. Again, it makes no difference to me. So that's the way you've got to look at it. I think it's actually harder to handle when you're younger as well. When you're older, when you have to worry about like a mortgage, like taxes, paying the bills, a kid insulting you has so much less importance. But if you are also on the young side, and that's why YouTube and Twitch can technically be a bad thing as well. You know, you always hear about this cyberbullying thing. And now, thanks to YouTube, young people can get their names out there to a worldwide audience and also be subjected to the insults from a worldwide audience. You've got to develop a thick skin if you want to be public. Or be seen in public doing things. That said though, there are ways around it. There are channels who have more success than me who never do commentary, for instance. They don't resort to webcams and what have you, they just play games. And that's fine. This, I'm getting pinned in. Yep. We still don't have a boss weapon, incidentally. I very much enjoy a boss weapon. I think I've said almost everything I can think of regarding comments. I don't know if I covered every angle that I wanted to the best of my ability, let's say. But yeah, I never did YouTube when I was super young. I started in 2008. So, you know. And also I didn't speak in my videos until a year after that. We found the shop yet? We have not. We're going to restore the ammo of... Good question, me. The fish gun, I guess? Sure. The helix might be a good boss weapon, actually. We'll keep on burning through the pick. Pitch, I mean, not pick. Oh, we can't take it yet. Not until we find the shop. I just forgot the sentence I just said. Probably going back to saying it's harder for younger people to deal with someone just wanting to ruin your day. You know, just being an ass for the sake of being an ass. Hopefully something I've said has stuck and helped a little bit. I sincerely hope that. If I rambled and actually didn't impart anything of use, sorry. I probably didn't even cover that well how does a full-time YouTuber spend their day? Oh, I record videos and answer emails. That's basically what I said. That's also basically what I do. The worst parts of being a full-time YouTuber for me are thumbnail creation, setting up videos, you know, bulk uploading, that kind of thing. And that's about it. Oh, and occasionally dealing with bad comments again. Just having to go out of your way to do it a little bit. But those pale in comparison to the good sides. The being able to play games for a living, trying to be an entertainer, not always succeeding, but trying to impart a little bit of knowledge. That isn't the shop, no, it's somewhere over here. Trying to brighten up someone's day. Like, well, right now, at the time of me recording, maybe not necessarily by the time you hear it. producing a lot of content that people want, in this case Gungeon, so that there's a lot of it around Christmas time in case people want a distraction because... Oh, you needed a key to get into the shop. Well then. In case people want a distraction because they're alone at Christmas. Or maybe they're not alone and that's the problem. Maybe they're sick to the sight of their goddamn family. Provide a distraction. That's the job of an entertainer. That's why I generally don't spend my time talking about world events, because I feel like my role is a distraction from those types of things. We should be able to afford the key after this room. The metronome I like, as long as you've got a run which can get by without getting hit a lot. On bosses that will not be the case most likely, although if it's the wall on this floor, we're immune to his fire, so that makes him much easier. But yeah, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover with the 2 questions I got posed. I apologise if I didn't answer them well, but as with most of these, I don't prepare notes for the Inside Baseball episodes. I talk about things I am passionate about. If you have something you want me to cover with regards to the kind of thing I talk about in these, video creation and that kind of stuff, you can let me know, and I will try and do it the next time I record one of these Inside Baseball episodes. I try and space them out because I know they're not for everybody. We'll be back to a normal run next time, hopefully with the supply update! Supply drop update, rather. When that eventually gets released, never. Did I kill the buffer guy? I think I did. So finally, 3/4 through the second last floor. I don't think this has the legs to go to bullet hell. I'm ready to talk about the run if you're ready to listen about the run. And we want enough money to buy a key. So what are we dealing with here? Blue chest, green chest. Green chest is the obvious priority, but in general, we need keys. If I cleared out every room, we might be able to afford the metronome. Is the metronome better? It's been a little while since I've had a metronome run, so I honestly don't know. We've not got a lot of guns that kill quickly enough that it's likely I'm going to keep on not getting hit. In case in point there, I got stuck on the door and almost got hit immediately. The metronome is garbage if you're getting hit a lot. Metronome plus Polaris must be amazing though. Well, we have enough, and that was our last room. So we'll buy our key, we'll open up our green chest, we'll kill the boss, then shoot the other ones. That is what I've chosen to do. Whether it's the right decision or not... Again, we don't have a boss weapon, so if this is a boss weapon, that'd be great. Kinda. Oh, we had that locked door down there. Well, it's not going to be Link, because we already ran into him, so I'm okay missing that. Let's kill pillars, bad draw. Would have been perfect if we had the wall. Especially bad because this doesn't pierce. So I'm spreading out the damage from pushing a gun friendship. This one I've been hitting the most. We're definitely going to burn through all the ammo for this. Like, no question. We're spreading out because I'm on the wrong side of history. That one there is almost dead. Every time I roll, the beam stops. Nip. Okay, set them on fire. Damn it, I was so close to getting one done. I don't know which one it is now. He's on fire, I think? No. No, I don't see his health bar going down. Oh, it is now. I set him on fire. Burn, you bitches! Why are some of the blocks disappearing? Bullets, I mean. Oh, I killed one. The one I'm currently hitting has the most HP, so I need to change that immediately. That one's almost dead, I think. God damn, I'm running out of ammo left, right, and centre. Fish! I've also been totally forgetting about Cog of Battle because I was distracted by talking. Oh, he's getting faster. Wait, has that always been a thing? That kill pillars gets faster the more you kill for when he's doing that spin thing? This one on the left needs to die. But when I'm using this, the reload speed is too slow, unfortunately. Or fast, rather. This phase, the shotgun is probably my best bet. In general, regular shotgun is amazing. It's just I wanted it for the final floor. Alright, we actually flawlessed that. It's a shame, the only boss we haven't flawlessed is Cannon Balrog. Oh, Airform Gym Gun. I forget what this is best at, but it's good. Let's go shoot some chests. We didn't get a key, unfortunately. We're going to save it. Doesn't it usually have 1,000 ammo on the dot? And we'll open up the next floor with the carbine is not going to last very long at all because it's not damaging. So we'll burn through that real quick. Then we'll probably use regular shotgun. We'll save the Magnum for the boss. We'll save our Firm Gin Gun for the boss, and that should hopefully do it. I wonder if the Cog of Battle reload counts between floors. Like I just did it there, so when I go down to the next floor, is my clip still buffed? It'd help if I had some kind of visual aid to let me know that that was the case. Oh, you know what? At this late stage, I also totally forgot to do another Patreon dedication. So thank you very much to Carniers for your support on Patreon. I apologise for being so late into the run. Like we're on the final floor. But I got there in it. I remembered for once. So thank you again. And in general to everyone who is willing to support me creating video content. Or stream content. You make it worthwhile. You might also say it was worth it. But I'm sure no one has ever actually said that. Certainly not over and over when I stream. I thought I hit the guy who was summoning, but I guess I missed him. Oh, that is not a good place. I'm stuck on the goddamn table! Did I kill him? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. As I said, this will not last very long. Oh, that looks pretty. Holy shit! That was a hell of a knockback. I guess we'll leave that sitting because if I just find Dragon, I can just blow it up and then go for it. 10 years later, the Skeleton Lord is still alive. No summoner bad summoning. Alright, this room should be easy enough now. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, hello Forge. I'm not going to be able to afford any of this. But the fact you have 2 keys is very nice. We'll be able to afford 1 before the time we find the dragon, I would imagine. I feel like there should be, when you get to the Forge, 100% chance to get a fish guy that you can sell guns to. Because the stuff in the Forge is always so expensive that you would have to essentially ignore most of the shops for the rest of the run to be able to buy anything here. And it's not guaranteed that she'll have anything good. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. That would be a nice change, just that there was a guaranteed seller somewhere on the floor. 10 bullets left. But who knows, maybe the supply update did that. What's with all the curses? My friends. Regular shotgun now, I think. We do just have the base level curse for this floor. Yep, wrecked. Regular shotgun plus Cog of Battle is basically my dream. Get lost. It reloads slow enough that it's very easy to do the active reload on it. It's got a good number of shots in it. It does okay damage. Oh, they're invincible, right? Yep. The spread actually isn't that bad. He got smushed. Oh! It's set on fire by the vice. Hello, friend. Can you, like, come down just a tiny bit? Thank you. Trap should deactivate when all the enemies are dead. A blank and ammo. I'm just going to take it for this because I've been holding on to this for this floor and I want to and I want to enjoy it. Go, 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 go. Come at me, skeleton and man. That's what I thought. We have found an item room. We're almost able to open a chest. It's green as well. Not a mimic. That means dragon in our other item room are damn to the right of where we started, which means we're essentially doing a full clear. But that does mean I get to use the shotgun more, and I'm okay with that. Because regular shotgun is awesome. It shouldn't even be called regular, it should be called awesome shotgun. We're not missing enough ammo to warrant that this time though. We'll refill the Ghostbuster gun for another dragon option. I'd love a character that started with a shotgun. I could technically use Potion of Gun Friendship to kill this guy faster, but I'm okay with where he is currently. I also try to do his less often used attack. There's our other item room, and we can now afford one key. Set yourself on fire all you want, you're dead. DED. Hopefully dragon just straight up here. Nope. Thwomp though. I'm very surprised he did not die to the spread. It feels like we're getting closer. Although it wasn't the red bullet that hit me there, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Missed the reload. Not a mimic. We're getting way too many green chests and not enough keys to open them. By all means, give me all the big rooms as if I'm supposed to be scared of them when I have regular shotgun. Alright, that's slightly more scary actually. He went down like a little bitch. I don't think Dragon's down here, so where the hell is he? So I think I heard my dog barking. That could be the male. Hey, a free key. Excellent. Oof. We'll have a look in case this is like a red or black chest. It's another green chest. Not a mimic. We've got like 4 green chests on this floor, right? 1, 2... Yeah, we have 4. We'll just open... Well, actually, no. We'll open one of the randomly spawned ones, because it could be anything. Shot grub. Oh, sorry, no, that's Blooper. Blooper is fine, but not as good as regular shotgun. This rate we might actually have been able to afford Elder Blank, but I don't want it. Where's the other green chest that spawned? Oh yeah, in the room we just got to. I'll open this one as well, just for the randomosity of it. Oh, and we just got a better room clear, but I'm still going to use regular shotgun because I like it. But yeah, the Mega Man gun plus active reload is real good. Dragon right here. That'll be after this room. Bring it on! Not you. You're not allowed to bring it on. It's got to be dragon right here. Yeah. I guess we'll open up with the Ghostbuster gun. Well, Earthworm Gym gun plus Potion of Gun Friendship might be better. Although I can't remember if you get pushed back by this or not. No, you do not. Oh wait, no, we got heavy boots, so even if it did, it can't. Your skulls mean nothing to me. Except when they run into me, even though I jumped, but whatever. I don't care. Yes, make me stronger. Make me stronger! Oh, you can hear the fire rate go up when I use the potion. And he's about to go into second form. Nope. Come on, that isn't enough. There we go. I don't know if regular shotgun would be better than this gun. Probably, because I can reload the regular shotgun and get the damage up. It's just me, or are they moving quicker? It honestly feels like his bullets are moving faster. Huh, weird. Like, it really, really does. Yeah, it's going to take like 3 runs. Oh wait, no, with Potion of Gun Friendship, maybe not. Yeah, okay, Potion of Gun Friendship makes all the difference. Goodbye, dragon. All the hegemony credits I could never use until the supply drop update. Maybe. We're in no position to go to Bullet Hell. We still technically never really got a boss weapon. The Ghostbuster Proton Pack. Yeah, I guess. But we had that for what, 2 bosses? Good run though, and I hope I at least covered the subjects I was asked about moderately well. And again, if you have anything else you want me to discuss in an Inside Baseball one, which is where I don't talk about Gungeon really, I talk about something to do with YouTubing, Twitching, etc. You let me know, and I'll do that next time I record one of these types of episodes. Anyway, shoot myself in the head with the gun that kills the time, or past. Let's see what we got there. We only didn't get the flawless on 2 bosses, the dragon and Cannon Balrog, so that was definitely good, despite the fact we didn't have a dedicated boss weapon. Regular shotgun carried us through that last floor with ease. We had a lot of stuff we didn't need. Cog of Battle really helped as well, obviously. Potion of Gun Friendship was good. I think I underestimated the Ring of Friendship, because I think that was making all those extra chests appear. Not that I could open most of them, but still. Still, that was good. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Ta-ta for now.